Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 833. My name is Elizabeth. Before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do decide to subscribe and stick around and support me, welcome and thank you very much. So I actually feel called to grab this first card because based on the back of it, I could recognize what card it is. It's an index card. It has the number 333, throat chakra, self-awareness, communication, expansion, the color blue, collaboration, and growth. I felt called to look at this card because of the 3s and 833. So if you've been seeing the number 333, or you feel called to use your voice, to express yourself, to gain a deeper understanding of something, to expand, work with others, grow as a person, if you feel called or drawn to the color blue, that could be confirmation for you. But getting into interpreting the number 833 now, the number 8 is about letting go, and I want to say walking forward, which is an interesting way to put that. That could be literal. Maybe you're being called to not walk backward or backtrack on something, to change your mind, to stick with a decision that you made. But yeah, the number 8 is about letting go, moving on, moving forward, especially emotionally. You might feel called to find closure with something, especially if you resonated with finding deeper understanding, whether it's of yourself, someone else, a situation. I feel like there is deeper wisdom or awareness to obtain here through healing. The number 3 can also be about healing. So moving on to the number 3, there are 2 3s. So it feels like the messages that came through with that card in the beginning are being amplified. This number for me is usually off of the top of my head. It's usually about healing, of course, growing, expanding, communicating, expressing yourself. You might feel really, really called to use your voice to make how you feel, what you think, what you believe known. It feels like this is about aligning your external world, your actions, how you show up, with your internal world, how you think, how you feel, and what you believe. This is about being authentic and true to who you are. So maybe what you feel called to walk away from is whatever keeps you emotionally bound to a version of you that is not actually who you are. It feels like there is emotional ties, emotional burdens, thought forms, desires that don't serve who you truly are. I could definitely feel that this is a reading for somebody who is doing some soul searching, really trying to understand who they are and where they fit in the world. And this is confirmation from the universe or spirit guides from me to stay on that path forward that is about focusing on yourself. And some people might accuse you of being selfish, but sometimes you're allowed to be selfish. You're allowed to put yourself first. You're allowed to value who you are. You're allowed to set boundaries and say no. You're allowed to choose yourself. You're allowed to make your life about you. And I'm seeing this little ant crawl on the wall in front of me. And I believe, for me, the spiritual meaning of ants, it's about hard work and collaboration, which I think is interesting because it's confirming from that card in the beginning. There might be something here that you need to work on with others. And collaboration, it doesn't have to be like actual physical people. It could be your spirit guides or spiritual beings. But it feels like there's something you are meant to co-create with the universe, with other people, whatever. And it might take a lot of effort, a lot of hard work. But hard work pays off most of the time. It depends on your intentions and who you're working with. Hard work, honest intentions pay off. So if you are moving forward with integrity, honesty, there's not much you have to worry about, I want to say, because the universe protects that. It protects light because light is what makes things grow, whether it's metaphorical or literal. The universe wants to protect your light, which I think is a very nice, beautiful message to come through, because we live in a world where, well, things are changing, but we live in a world where we're trying to move out of the lies and the deception, the darkness, the confusion. So it can be helpful to know that spiritually you are supported, you are seen in the spirit realm or world or universe, whatever you want to call it. You're seen and supported. So, it actually reminded me of the communication. You could be getting spiritual communication, like signs and synchronicities and things that just stand out to you. And this is your confirmation to pay attention, to take it seriously, to listen to the guidance, because you are being led somewhere for a reason. You matter. Your purpose matters. Doesn't matter if you're a drop in the ocean compared to just one person out of 8 billion people. You have just as much of an impact as other people do, because you are just as connected as other people. I mean, of course, it depends, but you have the power to make yourself more or less connected. And that's why I feel like you're being guided to connect more with yourself, because having a stronger connection with yourself and the universe, your faith, is a stronger connection with other people and the environment and humanity. A stronger connection with what's going on within is a stronger connection with what's going on the outside. So stay focused on what's going on within, I want to say. Adding up these numbers, 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 3 again is 14, and 1 plus 4 is 5. That's about change and transformation. I said things are changing on the outside, but things are definitely changing on the inside as well. And I feel like you're being called to embrace the internal changes, to move with, not against, the external changes. This is about flowing with what is, instead of moving against what isn't. This energy feels like someone is going through some really deep healing. The messages, the signs you're saying might be really strong. Someone here feels very spiritually connected. And I want you to trust that feeling. For sure. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading by drawing out a card from these index cards to see what else wants to come through for you and how it might relate to the number 833. Okay, what do we want to pull? Let's do this one. You have plans. This is either a message or a sign for you to make plans, to map out your way forward, or to confirm the plans that you have already made. And I'm being reminded of a treasure map and how X marks the spot or something like that. It feels like there is a path that you are following that leads to treasure or abundance, good luck, And I really, really, really want you to trust that the hard work that you are doing, will pay off.